Hi guys, it's me, Terry of the Yarnjoy podcast. Happy New Year's Eve. So I wanted to come on today and do a little video reviewing my goals that I had set down for 2019. Did I meet my goals? Did I come short on some of them? Let's see how I did. Okay, so in my little notebook here, I wrote down my goals at the beginning of this notebook for 2019. I had 7 different areas of goals, so I got quite detailed with it. I did this page there and then half of the back side. And let's see what I wrote down and then see how I did on each one. Okay, so for my number 1 section, I put yarn. Okay, so under that subheading, I put that I wanted to use up my, or not use them up, but work down on my scraps, my cakes. I had started out, I was going to keep track of how much cake yarn I used, and also work down on my stash of baby yarn. Okay, so did I meet those goals? Well, I did use some of the stuff, but just by looking at how much yarn that I have still, it just didn't look like I made that much of a dent. As far as the cakes go, I started keeping track of how many cakes I was using back there, those shelves, but I lost track. And so I just gave up on keeping count of how much I was using. I still have quite a bit of baby yarn. I'm going to be doing, in tomorrow's video, I'm going to have my 2020 goals for the upcoming year, and I will give you some flash my stash video, not video, I think I'll take pictures of different of my stashes and insert them in just as a record for me what my stash looked like at the beginning of the year. Okay, didn't change much from the beginning last year, doesn't seem like. So got to work on that. Okay, so next, number 2 was under the heading of patterns. I said that I wanted to do 8 Stitch Your Library patterns, which means I wanted to create some projects using some patterns that I had already, especially some of my older projects that have been, patterns that I have been in my Stitch library for quite a while. Well, did I make that goal? Yes, I did. I think I went through my project listing and I counted up, I think, 10, at least 10 of patterns that I had for a long time that I finally used. So I was happy about that. Okay, so the other heading that I had under patterns for that goal was that I wanted to come up with an amigurumi design or start designing patterns. I specifically did put amigurumi to come up with my own designs, and did I meet that goal? Well, sort of. The only designing I did is I did a backpack buddy, which was a head of a teddy bear, this one. And I did come up with this design myself, or wrote it up. That is the only thing that I did, so I guess really all I need to do is come up with a body for him, and then I'd actually have something I designed. So I would say no, not really. I didn't really meet that goal except for partial. So anyway, on to the next part of my goals. Number 3 was techniques. I wanted to learn or get a little better at or do a project with Tunisian crochet, and I did do that, so I was happy about that. Also, I wanted to do a project using crochet cables, and I did do that as well. In fact, I did 2 projects. I did the Sleep Tight teddy bear blanket, I think it's called that, that's got some cabling on it, and so I did that project. And then I also did the, if you've been following my videos, I did the wildlife cable Afghan, the one with the deer on it, and that had some cabling, crochet cabling on the panels on the sides, well, all the way around. So anyway, so I did that. So I was able to check those goals off. So that's good. Okay, number 4 was charity. And underneath that, I said that I wanted to make 30 preemie hats for the Halloween NICU hat drive that I like to participate in each year. In October of each year, and so I did do that. I pledged to make 3 hats per month, and so starting in January and then by October I would have 30 hats to be able to donate, and I did do that. I kept up with it, showing them as I made them on my videos, yeah, here on the channel, from January to October, and then I did a video showing them all together, the ones that I had made before I had sent them to donate. And so I did meet that goal, so I was real happy about that. And then also underneath the charity, I said that I was wanting to continue making blankets to donate to Project Linus. That was the organization that I was making blankets and donating to previous in 2018. Well, I said that I wanted to continue doing that. Well, I didn't do that. I did do some charity items. I made a whole bunch of items to donate to Amber of Ooh Ah Crochet's make-along, charity make-along that she had, and I donated quite a few of the little backpack buddies and different items for the children that she was donating to an elementary school in her area. And so I did do that. So I did make some charity items, but I did not make any to send to Project Linus, not this year. So I'd say I did make my goals for charity, sort of, but not really as much as I wanted. So, okay, number 5 was Christmas, and I had put that I wanted to make Christmas gifts throughout the year to give to people, you know, at Christmas time, and I also wanted to do some more decor items that is Christmas related, and I kind of met that goal also, not really, not as much as I wanted. In 2018, I did really well making crochet, quite a few crochet projects that I gifted for Christmas of that year. This year, I didn't really, I mean, I did the deer blanket, so that was a Christmas gift, and I'm trying to think what else I made. Oh yeah, I made a couple of items, kind of last minute items, and then I had some other ones I was making for Christmas gifts that I actually didn't finish because I just didn't start in time. So I feel like I didn't really, I mean, I kind of made the goal sort of, but I could have done a whole lot better with that. And as far as decor items, I don't think I made anything as far as decor for my house. I don't think I made anything this year. So I was making Christmas amigurumi characters to put around in my house, and I didn't make any for this year. I had some previously, but I didn't make any new ones. So I really would say that I really didn't meet that goal, not like I wanted to. Okay, number 6. I had some goals for my channel. I wanted to make tutorials, and I did do that, so I'm happy about that. I did make tutorials, probably not as many as I wanted. You know, that's kind of always the way. You're thinking that you could always do more, you know. But I did make some. I was wanting to do some live streaming, and I did not do that at all. So that goal I didn't make. I also wanted to make my little intro video that it shows on my channel for those that are not subscribed to my channel. When you go to somebody's channel and I guess it's your home page, there's a little video that comes up if you're not subscribed to them, and it has it's like a 2-minute or less intro video that will play that talks about your channel. And I wanted to do that because I hadn't done that yet. Well, I did do that, so it is on my channel. Thank you to my sweet hubby that helped put it together for me. And so I did do that, so I crossed that off my list. And also I wanted to do a goal review in June as far as how I'm doing on the goals, and I did do that as well, so I crossed that off my list. Okay, and the last section of goals that I had set is I wanted to do some record keeping. I put that I wanted to tally up each item that I make under categories to see how many of each category that of those projects I did, and so I'd have a total at the end of the year. And I sort of did, I started out doing it. I'll show you. I made this page up here that has all these categories, and I was putting hash marks on each of the categories as I was making them. Well, I kind of lost track of how many I was making. So I'm going to refine that. I remedied it. I fixed it. At the end, and so I do have a total, and I'll give you that one. I'll give you that in just a minute. But I'm going to change this up a little bit for this upcoming year to be at a little bit less stress. So, but I'll talk about that in my 2020 video. Okay. And also I said that I wanted to keep better records of my projects. I was wanting to start small. I know that some people that are super organized, they like to have like crochet project books or yarn project books where they keep like the name of the pattern, where to find the pattern, hook size that they used, even the yarn that they used, and maybe even how much yarn they used. You know, a lot of detail, and I knew that that was just too much detail for me to start off with. And so my aim was just to list the project that I made and where I could find the project and what hook size I used. That's it. Because that way if somebody asked me, oh, well, what hook size did you use for the Cookie Monster hat that you made, and where do I find that pattern? So I said, oh, okay. I looked back on my book and I said, okay, the Cookie Monster hat, well, I got the pattern from amyscrochetpatterns.com, and I used a 3.75 millimeter or an F hook. And so, see, I did that. And then see, I like to decorate on. Well, that one's not that decorated. I got pretty fancy with my decorating further on. Let me see some later pages. Yeah, you can see all the stickers and things that I put alongside my projects. And so I had fun doing this, and I did keep up with it, and I did find it very useful because there was a few times that I had a pattern that hadn't worked on for a while, and I had forgotten what hook I was using, and my hook got separated from my project. And so I had to go back and look at these to find out, oh yes, I used a J hook for that project or whatever. You know, some of the whips that I hadn't worked on for a while. So I am glad that I did that, and I'm definitely going to keep up with doing that. Also, I put a check mark, little check mark, when I got finished with it, and so I found that very useful, and I had fun with my putting stickers on my book, so that was fun. Now back to the tallying. Let me get back here. Okay, so for that I just went through from the beginning of 2019, and I went through all the ones that I made. So for my totals, I made for 2019, under baskets, bags, or cases, I made 6. Under amigurumi, I made 28. Under baby, I think this is baby blankets. Yeah, baby blankets, I made 6. Baby character hats, 30. Okay, that was the preemie hats that I donated. Baby decor, now this was a baby mobile, and then the little ring stack toy that I made, so that was 2. I made 5 throws or blankets, like that one. That's my Wizard of Oz one. Remember that one? I made 5 of those. I made 2 sets of baby booties. I made 5 pillows. I made 4 bookmarks. I made 54 backpack buddies, okay? I made 7 squares. No, actually it was 8. That should be 8. I made 8 squares. Now that's squares that I'm making, these right here that I'm making to donate to Melissa of Crocheting in Agreement. Haven't sent them to her yet because I want to make some more. Okay, hats or headbands, I made 2. Wall decor, I made 1. I think it was a wreath. And then hot pads, I made 2. And Christmas ornaments, I made 23 because I did show 2 that I had made previously. Yeah, that I didn't make this year, I made last year. But I added them in as my ornaments to show for Vlogmas. Okay, so out of all of that, I made 177 items. So, not too bad, not too bad. I had no idea that I had made that many amigurumis and that many backpack buddies. So, that was fun. I enjoyed totaling those up and seeing those numbers and think, oh, I did make quite a bit of stuff. So, that is the review of my 2019 goals. I made some goals. I surpassed 1 or 2 a little bit. And there's some goals that I did not meet, but that's okay because goals are just goals. It's just something to aim for. If you don't reach it, well, then just try again the next year or whatever, you know, just kind of push it forward, or if it's something you decided you don't need to do that goal anymore, then you just take it off and do something else. So it's just fun. I enjoyed keeping track of it, and I'm very proud of myself as far as keeping track of the projects with the hook sizes because I had never done that before, and I'm very happy that I did it. And it really wasn't that hard. You know, I just put it when I started it, and then I put a check mark on it when I was finished with it. So, I enjoyed doing it, and I think it was very useful. That's it. I'm going to go. I will be back tomorrow on New Year's Day for my 2020 goals, and let you know what I'm thinking about and wanting to meet for, the goals I want to meet for this upcoming year. Okay, so I'm gonna go, guys. I hope everybody has a wonderful and very safe New Year's Eve, and Happy New Year. Well, Happy New Year's Eve and Happy New Year tomorrow. But I'll be back tomorrow, so come back and see what my 2020 goals are gonna be. Okay, guys, we'll talk to you later. See you in the next video. Bye.